India men have not won an ICC trophy since 2013. That is 3 formats, 4 trophies and 9 tournaments. The fans have a reason to feel upset. The cricketers are almost certainly more upset themselves. Of course, this needs to change. Every Indian fan wants India to win, but in reality, they can be hopeful, for the situation is not as bad as it seems. To understand why, we need to look at the 3 formats differently. India's side, there's no doubt about that. Let us look at the numbers since the last time India won an ICC trophy on June 23rd, 2013. In Test cricket, India have the best win-loss ratio over this period. Now, a win-loss ratio can be tricky because teams can get there even by losing fewer matches, by playing defensive cricket. However, India have also won 54 Test matches. The win percentage of 54 is the best among all sides. Of course, fans will point out that almost all of this has been in bilateral series and do not really alter India's fate in ICC tournament. While that is true, it is also true that in every World Test Championship, every match other than the final is part of a bilateral series. India have lost both finals, which is the only reason they have not won the World Test Championship yet. They are the only team to have made it to both finals. Now, losing 2 one-off test matches played after a 2-year gap in neutral venues with little preparation is something that can happen to any side, even the best side. That does not make India an ordinary test side. Over the past 10 years, they have been the best side in the world in the format. But all that is in Test cricket. What about ODIs? Since the 2013 Champions Trophy, India have won twice as many ODIs as they have lost. Over this period, India have won ODI series in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa and England. They have also won the ODI Asia Cup twice. However, India have not won any of the 3 ICC trophies over this period. The World Cup in 2015 and 2019 and the Champions Trophy in 2017. It is not that India have played bad cricket. In 2015, they bowled out every team until the quarter-final. The semi-final against Australia was the only match they lost. Australia, New Zealand, India all lost exactly 1 match in that World Cup. India's defeat came in the semi-final. In 2019, India lost 2 matches, one of them the semi-final against New Zealand. Every other team lost at least 3 matches. In the 2017 Champions Trophy, India finished runners-up. They lost the final to Pakistan. Again, it came down to 1 defeat. In each of the 3 tournaments, they played outstanding cricket, but in each case they lost 1 knockout match after dominating the league stage. More than anything, the competition structure prevented them from winning. Across the 3 tournaments, India have been the best side. No team matches their win-loss ratio. Critics may point out that India does not win when it really matters, a term that is not really well defined. Surely the league wins matter as well. Without them, teams will not qualify for the knockout stage. The one area where India do have a problem is 2020 cricket. In 2021, they were knocked out in the group stage. In 2016 and 2022, they made it to the semi-finals and lost both matches convincingly. There was criticism, but not as much shock as there was after the ODI defeats. They did make it to the final in 2014, but that is almost a decade ago. If we consider only full members versus full member records, India were among the best sides over the last 10 years, but England have clearly been the standout side at the T20 World Cup. And if one takes the 2014 edition away, things look quite ordinary for India. India have not been among the top 4 sides across the last 3 editions of the T20 World Cup, though they have been the best Asian side. The T20 problem needs to be addressed. India are not a great T20 side. They have won bilateral series, but T20 teams are often not at full strength outside the World Cup. The Indian Test and ODI sides have been the best in the world over the past decade. The lack of trophies does not change that. But 2020 internationals are where they need to undergo significant change.